Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. So I apologize ahead of time if there's like a ruckus because my husband is out on the other side of the gym space right now doing some work, finishing up some stuff out there. But I just wanted to talk real quick about a discussion that I had with one of my clients the other day, and she was saying, I feel like we don't do enough legwork. And I was like, okay, noted. Even though we've been doing squats and some walking lunges and Romanian deadlifts and bridges. And so, it's not like we're not doing leg work. And but she was like, could we, I really want to like tone this area up. And I'm like, okay. And so the next workout, I added another set of leg stuff. And this is someone who's definitely used to doing classes. She's definitely used to doing, like Zumba and that kind of stuff, which is, is totally fine. But I think she felt like because of the nature of how we were working out, she wasn't getting enough leg work in, and she wanted to, work her legs a little bit more. And so, I was like, all right, even though I know like the program that I'm using with her is written the way it's written for a specific reason, I was like, all right, I added like one extra thing I added like 2 sets of an extra leg exercise in there for the next session that we did. And actually we're going to switch to something else completely different. Like, now that she's done with the program that I was using for her, previously, it was like the last session. And, but, sometimes even like, so as a trainer, I feel like sometimes, what your client needs. But sometimes they have a little bit of a different idea, and which is fine, and you sometimes just have to roll with it and say like, okay, I can do that. I feel like as long as it's not totally completely the opposite of what you normally would have them do, or if you think that like what they're requesting is going to get them injured, then obviously don't do it. Talk them out of it somehow. But sometimes you also kind of have to just meet your client where they're at, and if they ask for something, you say, you know what, okay, I'll put something else in there for the next session. We'll add a little something. If you want a little extra ab work, all right, fine. If you want a little extra leg work, all right, fine. It's not like these things aren't like these, your programs aren't set in stone, and you can modify them for how, not just what your client needs, but also, a little bit of what your client wants. So I just wanted to say that, and also for yourself too, like if you're following a program, but you want a little bit of something else, sometimes it's okay to do that. Other times, I knew that we weren't going to overdo it with doing like 2 extra sets of leg work that day. Like it wasn't gonna like, destroy her or anything. So that's why I went ahead and did it. When you're doing it on your own, I think like you do have to think a little bit about like, okay, am I overdoing it in this particular sense? If I add something for, if I think the program doesn't have enough of whatever, am I going to overdo it if I add to it? So that's something you have to keep in mind. But with this particular client, I knew I wasn't going to be overdoing it. I knew that it would be fine and that she would enjoy just adding, a little extra. and it's what she wanted. So sometimes you just do that because you are in a service business after all. So anyway, I just wanted to, talk about that a little bit, talk about dealing, interacting with clients, and, what it's like to sometimes do something that isn't necessarily what you would do for them, but that's what they want. And so you go ahead and do it. And, she was happy with the workout, and that's what, ultimately getting results is probably the most important thing, but also making your client happy. Like, if they're not happy, they're not going to keep coming back to you, right? So that also there's something to be said for that. So anyway, I just want to talk about that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all tomorrow with a new video. Bye.